Let's get started with Quickture. I'm working in Avid right now, and Quickture works the same in Avid and Premiere. You can download your Quickture plugin by going to dashboard.quickture.com to get the latest version. In Avid, you can go to the Extensions menu, and you'll see Quickture right there. Or you might see it in the Tools menu in Quickture down here, depending on your version. In Premiere, you'll see Quickture in your Extensions menu. Once you sign in, you'll see your Quickture panel. Now let's get started. Let's start with this interview right here. Quickture is sequence-based right now, so all of your media will need to be in a sequence. Quickture can work with multicam video with multiple channels of audio. Right here we have an interview with Gabby. This is a casting tape that's about an hour and 10 minutes long. Once you have a sequence, we're going to click right here. Now you'll see options in the Quickture menu. First, you'll see options for transcriptions. We have interview biography, where the person is talking about themselves. Topical, where they're talking about a topic. Scene, a general setting. Full episode for anything that's finished, a finished sequence or episode master. Then comedy and news. Quickture is known to have some of the most accurate transcriptions in the industry, and these transcription settings help with creating story beats. You have the option of selecting 10 plus speakers, vision for visual analysis, which we won't do yet, and an option for auto label. Auto label will skip the labeling phase and automatically label the speakers. I'll turn it off for now to show you what happens next. Before we hit next, you have options in this menu in the top right here. You can create a custom vocabulary for any words that might be unique to this footage. You can enter a project description, and you can add custom beat scores. You can also select the editing language that you want. Now we'll hit next. Since Quickture works in the background, you can continue working in Avid. In Premiere, Quickture will open Adobe Media Encoder to start the transcription, but you can work in Premiere while Quickture is transcribing. If you have any questions or need any support, you can click on this chat box on the bottom of the screen to reach our helpful support team. You can report issues, a bug, give feedback, or you can speak with the support team. You also have the option of getting help right here. You'll see our entire help library, including prompt libraries and common questions that may come up while you're using Quickture. Now that it's done transcribing the media, you're on the label phase. If you selected auto label, Quickture would skip this page and go straight to the edit page. Here you have the option to adjust the speaker's name. Maybe it's misspelled. Once your speaker's names are correct, you can hit next, and Quickture will start the analyzing phase. Another tip: Quickture can batch process sequences too. You can have multiple sequences ready. Select your interviews, select your mode, select audio label, hit next, and Quickture can process all these sequences at once. Now Quickture is done transcribing, labeling, and analyzing this media. So let's check it out. First, you can go to Summary. You'll get a full summary of this interview. Then, the transcripts. Now with transcripts, you have a traditional transcript right here. You can click and go to the time code in your sequence. You also have this transcript broken down into story beats. These story beats are based off of the beat scores. Beat scores we have for this are biographical, emotion, humor, and spiciness. You can customize these beat scores in the top menu. In this transcript view, Quickture does not remove any media. It just creates these beat scores for easy viewing. For example, this clip right here has a high beat score because it's Gabby introducing herself. You can select this right here and you'll get the entire section about it. In addition, you'll also get transcripts on your actual hard drive. You get them in Excel format, a text format, and multiple other formats. You can go to this menu and go to Transcript Preferences to see all the different formats that are offered. Transcripts by default will be located in your Avid Projects folder or your Premiere Project folder. The next Quickture feature is Vision. Here we have zoo footage. It's about an hour long in our sequence. Now we can go to our Quickture panel and we can go to our options. Select Scene. There are not 10 plus speakers, but we'll turn on Vision and we'll turn on Auto Label. Then process the video. Once Quickture is done, you'll see something new in your transcript section. You'll see a third transcript option for a visual transcript. Here, Quickture gives detailed information about what's in the footage. It'll read any text on screen. Then you go up here to the Vision Search tool. Here's where you could search by sequence, by bin, or project. Let's search the sequence for elephants. Quickture will pull up all the shots of elephants. So you can go here, you can play them back in your sequence. You can also select which shots you like. Add markers, and also add them to a bin right here. Now Quickture has a new bin for elephant favorites with what you just selected. Let's explore Quickture's editing mode. Quickture has 3 editing modes: auto edit, guided edit, and multi-edit. Let's start with auto edit. Auto edit will create a sequence based off of a target length, included speakers, and any example sequence. So if you just wanted Gabby without the interviewer and any gaps, you could select it here. You'd now get a 35-minute cut. You could also select 5 minutes to get the best 5 minutes of this interview. Once you have your time selected here, you can select auto edit and Quickture will create a new sequence for you. The auto edit is complete, so let's check it out. First, you'll see a new sequence show up in your bin. You can see that it's about 5 minutes long, which is what we requested. Then you can go to the response notes to see what happened. This was an auto edit for about 5 minutes. And then you also get a transcript with every sequence. You get a traditional transcript, transcript with story beats, and the transcript as files located on your computer. We also have the option to refine this edit. You can enter a new prompt. Create a 2-minute version of this edit. Go to Refine Edit, and Quickture will create a new sequence. So now Quickture completed that refine edit and created a new sequence that is about 2 minutes long. And that's the auto edit mode. Now let's go to our second editing mode, guided edit. Guided edit is where you will prompt Quickture to create a sequence based off of your prompt. We offer suggestions based off the transcript. You can also paste in a script or an outline that you may already have written up. You can also attach a PDF with a script that Quickture can work off of. Or you can go to Discuss here and use our powerful Discuss mode to create your outline and story. For example, I can start with create an outline of the funniest moments. Quickture will create an outline of the funniest moments. You'll see here that we have 12 funny moments in this outline right here. You can further prompt it just like any chat box. Or if you're satisfied with the result, you can type in edit this. Go to edit mode. Now Quickture is going to create an edit based off the outline, based off of an attached script, or based off whatever you put in that prompt box. Another tip, as Quickture is doing this part, you can go to the side menu. You can see the progress of your sequences right here. You can also search for any sequences. We only have 2 right now, but you can search for any sequences in the search bar right here if you have a lot of sequences that you're working on. Quickture completed our guided edit. Let's check it out. First, I go to response notes and see what we prompted Quickture to do. Now I go to my transcript, which is broken down into story beats. Here's my sequence right here. So just like that, within a few minutes, you have an edit based off of your prompt. Now let's explore multi-edit mode. Multi-edit mode is similar to guided edit, except you can use multiple sequences. I'm selecting an interview from Stage Moms, and I'm going to combine several interviews into one sequence. First, you're going to select the sequence in your bin. All the sequences will need to be processed through Quickture. Select the sequences you want included in the multi-edit. The current sequence is already connected. You can select speakers or remove speakers. You can also set example sequences from finished episodes that you want Quickture to match the pacing for. And here you start with your prompt. You can also attach a PDF of your outline or script. I'm going to stay in discuss mode and enter my prompt. I will write create edit from this outline. I will paste in my PDF. Then I hit edit. And now Quickture will edit this sequence. You can see that the sequence has interviews from every sequence that I selected. In the panel, the transcript will match the edit. And that's how multi-editing works. Now let me show you how to make minis from Quickture. To use minis mode, create a sequence with a finished episode or cut. I go to the Quickture panel and select full episode, 10 speakers, auto label, and hit next. Once Quickture is done with the transcription, you'll see a new button pop up. Since we have selected full episode as a transcription setting, you'll see this new tab called Minis. Minis will create social media clips or short segments from a finished episode. You can even run this multiple times to get 8 minis per Quickture export. Since this is an episode from The Bachelor Australia, my prompt will be, in the first mini, edit a 1-minute highlight reel. In the second mini, create a reel of Maddie J. In the third mini, create a 2-minute trailer from the episode. I will select Edit Minis and let Quickture get to work. After processing, you'll see Quickture has created 3 minis. You can see them by markers here, and you'll see the description of the minis here. So that's an overview of Quickture. Thanks for watching, and happy editing!